And so the Brainbusters were able to beat the Strike Force as Strike Force was tag team with Tito Santana and Ricky Martel, and the Brainbusters their tag team was Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard. So Tully Blanchard, and so Ricky Martel turned his back on Tito Santana, allowing the Brainbusters to win the match. So the next event was the Piper's Pit, which he interviewed Morton Downey Jr. We interviewed Morton Downey Jr. So that was a nice little segment as Morton Downey Jr. got burned by a cigarette as Brother Love, blew a cigarette smoke into Morton Downey Jr.'s face, and Piper had to use a fire extinguisher to put him out. The next match, you had Jake the Snake Roberts taking on Andre the Giant with Big John Studd as a special guest referee. And this match ended with Jake the Snake Roberts winning by disqualification as Andre the Giant hit Big John Studd with a cheap shot, getting himself disqualified. And then as Andre the Giant was whooping on Big John Studd, Jake the Snake Roberts threw Damon in the ring because Andre the Giant is afraid of snakes to get Andre the Giant out of the ring to stop attacking Big John Studd. So the next match, you had the Hart Foundation taking on the Honky Tonk Man and Greg Valentine. The Hart Foundation won that match. Then you also had the next match was Rick Rude taking on the Ultimate Warrior for the Ultimate Warrior's Intercontinental Championship. So the Warrior shoved Rick Rude to the corner to start the match, and then he slapped before putting the bear hug on Rick Rude. Then Rick Rude hit a missile drop kick on the Ultimate Warrior and went for a cover, but Ultimate Warrior broke out. Then Rude hit his knees on the Warrior. And then Rick Rude followed with the back to belly power driver and got another near fall on the champion. Then Rick Rude hit a jawbreaker on Ultimate Warrior and clotheslined for a near fall. He hit Ultimate Warrior with a Russian leg sweep and got another near fall. And then Rick Rude was hooked on a surfboard, but the Ultimate Warrior grabbed the rope and he powered out, hitting Rick Rude with the running shoulder block. He delivered Rick Rude a backbreaker and tried to lift him up, but dropped him clumsily onto the rope. Then Ultimate Warrior hit Rick Rude with a series of Irish rips in every corner. Then he missed the Warrior splash, but Rick Rude went for the Rude Awakening. The Warrior powered out and clotheslined Rick Rude to the apron. He tried to suplex him back into the ring, but Rude's manager, Bobby the Brain Heenan, grabbed Ultimate Warrior's leg for Rude to get the fall of Ultimate Warrior. And then Bobby the Brain Heenan grabbed Ultimate Warrior's legs in the pinfall attempt by Rick Rude, which was successful, as Rick Rude won the match and became the new Intercontinental Champion, as this was Ultimate Warrior's first loss in the WWF. So following the match, a pissed off Ultimate Warrior chased Bobby the Brain Heenan around the ring and hit him with the Gorilla Press and drop. So the next match, you had Axel James Duggan taking on Bad News Brown, which ended in double disqualification. And now it's time for the main event. The main event for WrestleMania 5 was Hulk Hogan defending his tag team. Macho Man defending the WWE Championship against Hulk Hogan. And so now Hulk Hogan hit Macho Man Randy Savage with a shoulder block to send him out to the floor. Then Macho Man Randy sat into the ring and applied a headlock on Hulk Hogan before pounding him in the face. Then Hulk Hogan shoved Macho Man again, but Macho Man Savage, grabbed and went to the floor. Hulk Hogan chased Macho Man around the ringside, and he hid behind Miss Elizabeth, who was in neutral corner, as Miss Elizabeth didn't want to decide between her husband or her best friend Hulk Hogan. So Macho Man went back to the ring and began taunting Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan applied a headlock and hit Macho Man with a drop toe hold. He slapped the front face lock on Macho Man, which Macho Man counted a back suplex. And the champion hit a double axe handle from the top rope on Hulk Hogan for a near fall. And then Macho Man applied an arm bar on Hulk Hogan to Hulk Hogan yanked Macho Man out to the floor. Then Hulk Hogan threw Macho Man back into the ring, smashed him with the turnbuckle, followed with a running clothesline, series of elbow drops, and a big boot. He received the Irish Rip and clothesline by Macho Man. The Macho Man got a near fall, but then Macho Man hooked on chin lock on Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan hit his elbow and hit Macho Man with a atomic drop, but missed the elbow drop. And then Macho Man took advantage of Hulk Hogan's miscue by hitting Hulk Hogan with the knee into the corner. Then Macho Man hit him with the Irish Whip in every corner and he began to pose. Then Hulk Hogan hit Macho Man with a series of punches and the corner clothesline sent him out. Then Miss Elizabeth checked on Macho Man, but he pushed her away. Hulk Hogan lifted Macho Man on his shoulder and tried to ram him into the ring post, but Miss Elizabeth prevented this, and Macho Man took advantage and slipped off and rammed Hulk Hogan to the ring post. Then the referee sent Miss Elizabeth to the backstage. As Hulk Hogan was getting up, Macho Man hit him with a diving elbow, with a diving double axle handle. And then Macho Man hit Hulk Hogan with a hot shot, but he drove his elbow into the Hulk Hogan's throat from the ring apron, damaging Hulk Hogan's throat. Then Macho Man hit the knee drop on Hulk Hogan, but Hulk Hogan broke out. Then they both went on the top rope and hit Macho Man, and then Macho Man hit the Savage elbow and did another pinfall. Hulk Hogan once again broke out. Then Hulk Hogan decided to Hulk up, started beating on Macho Man with a series of punches. Then he hit him with that big boot and dropped that big ass leg drop on him for the win. As Hulk Hogan won the WWF Championship. And that was the end of WrestleMania 5. So after the pay-per-view, Hulk Hogan began a feud with Zeus. As we all know, Zeus, for those of you who don't know, Zeus is actually Debo from Friday. He's that guy. That back in the 80s, he's a wrestler. Which a lot of people don't know about that. As far as Rick Martel obviously turned to a bad guy at WrestleMania 5 by turning on his partner, Tito Santana, and Rick Martel became the model as him and Tito Santana began a feud. As far as Rick Rude, he defended his Intercontinental title against the Ultimate Warriors to continue their feud. He also had a feud throughout the year with Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Then in the summer of 1989, Ravishing Rick Rude began a badmouthing Roddy Piper, and Roddy Piper played a key role in Rick Rude's Ultimate title loss back to the Ultimate Warrior. In Demolition, they started the feud with the Twin Towers of Akeem and the Big Boss Man. Now, overall, WrestleMania 5 is considered the worst wrestling show ever. I disagree. I actually like WrestleMania 5. I thought it was a great card. I thought it was a great pay-per-view. To me, obviously, the main event stole the show between Macho Man and Hulk Hogan, two legends in the business. And whoever decided to make WrestleMania 5 the worst pay-per-view in the history of wrestling obviously never watched WrestleMania 11. To me, that is the worst pay-per-view and the worst WrestleMania I've ever seen. Overall, I'm going to give WrestleMania 5 an 8.5 out of 10. Slightly better than WrestleMania 26. And I know a lot of you guys out there gonna disagree with me, but that's just my personal opinion. So I'm about to take another break. Well, before I take a break, how about we give I almost forgot, man. How about Mean Gene Oakland? Mean Gene giving his WrestleMania report. Here's a WrestleMania report from Mean Gene Oakland.
Hi again, everybody. I'm Gene Oakland, and we are on location in Atlantic City this weekend. WrestleMania 5 from Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino. Remember, you can see it on the giant screen at a closed-circuit location near you, or pick up the phone right now, make that telephone call, and join us at home on a pay-per-view basis for WrestleMania 5. Perhaps the greatest card in World Wrestling Federation history. The greatest match, I know that, when the Mega Powers explode. Hulk Hogan this Sunday afternoon to challenge the Macho Man, Randy Savage, for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. Jake the Snake Roberts squares off against Andre the Giant. Big John Studd, special guest referee. The Ultimate Warrior, the Intercontinental Champ, will be challenged by Ravishing Rick Rude. In tag team action, champions Demolition Axe and Smash will be squaring off against not two but three men, the Powers of Pain, the Warlord and Barbarian, along with their manager partner, Mr. Fuji. Brutus the Barber Beefcake to meet the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Bobby Heenan accepting the challenge of the Red Rooster. Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Bad News Brown collide. In tag team action, the Rockers, Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels meet the Twin Towers, Akeem and the Big Boss Man. The Mighty Hercules to meet King Haku. The Bushwhackers, Luke and Butch, to meet the Fabulous Rougeaus. The Blue Blazer squares off against Mr. Perfect. The Hart Foundation in tag team action against Greg the Hammer Valentine and the Honky Tonk Man. Rugged Ronnie Garvin to meet Canadian strongman Dino Bravo. And the Brainbusters, ladies and gentlemen, to meet these two men. Strikeforce, they are Tito Santana and Rick Martel.
This Sunday, WrestleMania 5. What an event. It's great to be part of it. And I guarantee you, Brainbusters, you're not going to use Strikeforce as a stepping stone.
Brainbusters, day in and day out, we keep hearing about what you're going to do to us this Sunday afternoon. And the more you talk, the more we get fired up, baby. You're going to find out Strikeforce is for real. Trademark!
By the way, Roddy Piper returns to the World Wrestling Federation, returns for WrestleMania to hold court, conduct court, if you will, in Piper's Pit. His special guests are going to be Morton Downey Jr. and Brother Love. And I got a final telegram this past week from Roddy Piper that I just have to share with you at this time. It's a direct quote from the Rowdy One. They say that this is a give-and-take world, and I'll agree. Because this Sunday afternoon, my guests on Piper's Pit, Brother Love and Morton Downey Jr. are going to be taking whatever I decide to give them. And as you know, Roddy Piper in the past has been able to back up his words with all kinds of action. And I'm certain these two gentlemen, Brother Love and Morton Downey Jr., know that.
What you're going to be giving, baby, is apologies. Apologies. I ain't going to accept them. Kiss my butt.
Kiss? Kiss? Well, the only thing that Brother Love will be kissing will be the petals on the roses that Brother Love will bring with him to Piper's Pit. And as far as taking, well, Brother Love doesn't know too much about taking, but when it comes to giving, I will be giving. Oh, yes, I will be giving in abundance. Love.
You know, folks, I don't know what I can say about WrestleMania 5 that hasn't already been covered, that we haven't already talked about. I will say this as a last-minute reminder, you still have ample time to make arrangements to join us in your own home on a pay-per-view basis. Make that telephone call right now. Also, you might want to get the entire gang in the car, mom, dad, the kids, and head on down to a closed-circuit location near you. See it on the big screen, the giant screen, WrestleMania 5. It is undoubtedly the biggest wrestling spectacular of all time. Live this Sunday afternoon from Atlantic City. Ladies and gentlemen, don't miss WrestleMania 5.
It's WrestleMania 5 this Sunday afternoon, beginning at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. You can see WrestleMania 5